These guys trying to sneak back out here again. I'm a little annoyed. I was just live for like 10 minutes. All sorts of drama happening, but for whatever reason, there was a glitch with YouTube, so it wasn't live. It wasn't actually live. What's going on, guys? Back out here, put a little pressure on them. These guys got real cocky today. Real cocky. When I came by here earlier, Shannon was right here. I snuck up on her and she ran inside. But I seen a guy, he was down there by the food vendor, and I see him walking the gate. So it's a new guy in plain clothes that I've never seen before. He was out here down the block trying to recruit, which is crazy because they usually don't come past this doorway. But today they're like, you know what? Because I haven't been by here for like 3-4 days. And I think Jessica hasn't been by here either. So they were feeling really comfortable. And they're out here down the street sneaking around. Here, let me show you. I'm a little mad. I was, what's going on? You back? You guys take care. Those guys right there from Orange County, they were just talking about this stuff. We had a whole conversation. I thought it was on live, but like I said, there was a glitch. It showed that on my screen that it was live, but it wasn't actually. I don't know what was going on. So let me show you. So I snuck up on Shannon. Shannon went running, right? But then I noticed something, right? See that guy right there in the yellow? See that guy in there yellow? He was out here recruiting. And he wasn't just standing in the doorway, he was down there. Now, I didn't know he was a recruiter until I saw him trying to get back into the gate. There he is. Saw him. So they're feeling really cocky. They're coming way out here, way down the sidewalk trying to recruit. That can't happen. I'm sorry, guys. That can't happen. I'm not going to let that happen. Not going to let that happen. I feel like we had these guys in check. One thing I will say is, man, they're going through a really hard time right now. Like I was just talking to those guys right there. They came up and they said they were going to go over here and mess with them. And that's really how they spend their day right now, is young people coming over here, just kind of messing with them. You know, I remember back in the day, we used to always try to stop people from going in. If I see somebody from like under 30 come walking in here and they have a smile on their face, I don't even stop them. Now, I don't encourage anybody to come in here and mess with them. I'm just saying that is a reality that young people who are seeing all this stuff on TikTok are coming over here specifically to mess with them. Like I said, I don't encourage it, but I know one thing: for every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes that they're in there messing with them, that's time that these guys, Shannon and Twilla and whatever the shirt guy, he just had the same black shirt on again too. Same black shirt. Here, I'll show you. So what I did is, they saw me out here and I left. I got on a scooter and I went around the block and came back the other way, because as soon as I leave, they opened it up again. And damn, I have it on this phone. I can't even show you. But the guy with the black shirt, I don't know what his name is. Some people tell me his name is Jeff. Somebody said his name is Joe. I think he looks like a Randy, so I kind of stick with Randy. But they've been feeling really comfortable. So my thing is, I'm not gonna let them feel comfortable. Put a little bit more pressure on them. If it's gonna be like that now, if they think they're gonna kind of creep out here, gonna make it uncomfortable for them. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay on here. I just know I haven't been coming on YouTube Live as much, so I figure I'll come by and say hi, shout out to whoever gave that who's that? Alex Jones. Appreciate it. See what's going on the side of the gate. Oh, whose car is that? Oh, illegal tints. Yeah, whatever. See? So I mean, this place is like a tourist attraction. But not in a good way for Scientology. Not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. To be honest with you, it's summertime and there's not a lot of foot traffic out here. That's not good for anybody in Hollywood. The tourists just decided they're not coming this year for whatever reason. I mean, there's a number of reasons. I have a pretty good idea why. What are they doing so wrong if they raise people up? Raise people up. Hey, Mike, you stupid motherfucker. How do they raise people up? By what? Lying to them and taking their money? Separating them from their family? You're a fucking idiot, Mike. Yeah, retract it. I don't even care, Mike. I'm gonna hide you because you're stupid. They're raising people up. Raising people up by fucking manipulating them, using them, paying them no money while they make them work 110 hours a week. Like I said, separating from the family, separating from society, scheming on people, lying to get people in there, and they're like, oh, they're lifting them up. You fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot, Mike. Bye, Mike. Yeah. Oh, they're raising them up. They make them slaves. They're raising them up. They're really helping them. Dumbass. Get the fuck out of here. No time for Mike stuff. Oh, hi, Jennifer, and everybody from Scientology watching. Hi. You guys having a rough time. You guys aren't making... I mean, I did see on Jessica posted a video yesterday, and a black guy got, they got him to buy a book. I hope that her video goes viral so his friends can clown on him. Do I think people who date AI girlfriends are suppressive? I think they're idiots. I think that's a pretty, it's kind of weird. AI girlfriends. Although I think sometimes, I wonder if Shannon is AI. Shannon right now is so viral. They only know that Shannon's actually an asshole. Shannon was the first one to call the cops. I think I'm gonna have to post that video again. I'm gonna post it of her when she called the cops on me. From what?
From the internet?
Probably.
Oh yeah, I've seen your video. Great job.
I appreciate it, man. Take care. People know about Scientology. And once again, you see how this is all lit up. Except for that word Scientology. Scientology is not lit up. I wonder if Shannon and them are inside watching. Shannon, I'm gonna let you guys know. Scientology, I'm gonna come by more often. I haven't come by. It's like my first time by here in, I guess, probably 3-4 days. That's why they were really feeling comfortable. And Jessica was out here for the first time in days. Now I know Cuts. I seen him. Cuts has been hammering, absolutely hammering them. So thank God Cuts has been out here. You don't want to touch the door? Why don't you want to touch the door? Look at him there. He's like, I don't even want to touch the door. So they want to go in there. And like I said, I wouldn't even stop them. When you see young people like that, they just want to go in there and fuck with them. Lola says, hi, I encountered Joey 2 days in a row last week. So I just talked to somebody. Apparently Joey got his ass beat again for the second time. Somebody came up to me and was telling me about it. They want to go in and... Yeah, Joey, I'm not going to say who. I'm going to say somebody that works at one of these stores on his block said that Joey was forcing himself on him, and he got sick of it, and they ended up getting in a fight. He beat Joey's ass, and then he took Joey's... I guess Joey had a knife. He took Joey's knife. It's the second time somebody has beat his ass and taken his knife. They just want to... They're debating whether they're going to go in and mess with Shannon. She's talking about Shannon. Epstein Scientology connection? I don't know. I haven't heard of one, but I'm fine with starting a rumor. Can we get a Sebastian update? I don't know where Sebastian is. I know there was a rumor that Sebastian passed. That was a lie. I confirmed it with somebody who knows this stuff. They said it was absolutely untrue, but of course people just gotta spread misinformation online. Sebastian, I mean, you know who's gonna be next though? It's gonna be Shannon's gonna be next because Shannon's getting too much of attention. Remember Sebastian, when it got to a point where he was a star out here, he was giving autographs and shit. And they were like, nah, we gotta shut that down. That's fine though, because Sebastian was an asshole. I know a lot of people had a thing with Sebastian. He was a fucking jerk. They're realizing what it is. That's how they lure you in, right? It's a scam, right? You see, you know. They say a free move. Everybody loves free stuff, right? People are aware of what Scientology is now. They're not falling for it. I mean, a couple of people. There's a few dumbasses that fall for it. And like I said, if they fall for it, they get suckered in there and they buy that book, I am perfectly fine with filming their faces when they come out here. Why? I think they should go through a few things to warn other people not to get caught up in this stuff. Oh, damn, where'd the robot go? The robot had been over there and then left. I didn't even see it. It was stuck over there for like 20 minutes. Yeah, so Joey got beat up again. Joey's going through a rough time. Joey's life is just in shambles. Okay. Well, have you seen a new Robot Cop? Only saw them downtown. Nah, I haven't. Somebody did a video on it. Jessica did one in South Central a while ago on them, but I have not. I do know those robots, the ones that look like butt plugs, the big butt plugs. If you put your hand right over the sensor, it'll stop. It'll just kind of get stuck for a little while. I know because I used to have one at Kaiser, across from the Blue Building. They used to have one out there all the time. Kind of used to mess with it. Is Joey the guy that doesn't change his shirt? No, Joey's been. When you see Joey now, he wears Joey's the guy with the mohawk, but he doesn't have a mohawk anymore. Well, I don't know. I always see him with a hat these days, and I'm like, why is he wearing a hat? I'm guessing because he lost all the stress. He's lost the last strands of his mohawk. He can only grow. He's got like a mohawk mullet. He's got a mohawk only in the back, and that's his signature. If he doesn't have his mohawk, then what does he have? You see Scientology in your community? I know Kathy's caught them down in San Diego at like Comic-Con. They've been going to those cons, the Comic Cons and stuff, and I think they went to they were around the convention center, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, in LA. Joey's always wearing a orange shirt. Last time I saw Joey was down the block, and I saw him like, oh, Joey, get the hell away from me. And he was dressed like a hippie. He had on like these colorful glasses. He had on his weird hat, like he had dreadlocks, like, those dreadlock hats. And I was like, what the fuck are you dressing like this for? And then, of course, I caught him that one time, I think the last time I was on live, he was wearing an all yellow short suit. He looked like he was like a 1978 taxi. And he saw me right here, and he just crossed the street and walked around. And he started calling me a wanker, which I'll be honest with you, call me a wanker doesn't necessarily hurt my feelings. I don't think there's much you can say to me that's gonna hurt my feelings. Yeah, he called me a wanker. Poor Joey. Joey just ruined his life. Like I said, Joey used to be this was his stomping grounds, Hollywood Boulevard. He'd walk up and down the street, and when he walked up and down here, people, hi, how are you? Huh? She is in there behind the door, but, because I'm here, the door is locked, so.
They fogged the windows.
Yeah, they fogged it. They were open. The windows were unfogged not so long ago, but they're all nice and fogged up now.
Just trying to grab people, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you're going in. They're going in. You guys know what this is, right? Everybody knows what it is.
I'll see you. Keep people out.
All right. I appreciate you, brother. Hi, Shannon. I know you're watching. Hi. Shannon, if Shannon leaves here and she created a TikTok account, how many subscribers do you think she'd have? 1 million? 1.5 million? How much money do you think she'd make off of TikTok each month? $30,000, something like that? She'd be killing it. So rather than and that's just in TikTok, then if she did YouTube, she'd probably make another $10,000 and who knows what else. Since she doesn't curse like me, she can probably go on Snapchat and make a ton of money. I don't know if Instagram is monetized. I think it's only monetized if you post pictures. I mean, she'd be living a good life. How are they allowed on YouTube, as Shannon can see? I'm joking when I say that. I mostly say that because I know that obviously Osa's watching, and Osa, you know, when I see Shannon, I'm gonna try to tell her how much money she can make, and they're probably gonna be like, okay, let's get Shannon out of here. But no, she could make a killing out here. She can make a ton of money. She just left. You guys look at Tori's TikTok? Tori's TikTok has been doing extremely well. And she's just taking the angle of being an ex-Scientologist. Now imagine if you're Shannon, who is currently in Scientology and has already gone viral in her own right. She would be absolutely destroying it. All are welcome, but not all are welcome. I can tell you right now, guys, I'm not welcome. They need to qualify that. They need to qualify that. That's false advertising, Shannon. Like I said, they light up this whole place except for that word Scientology up there. They don't light that up. They want to kind of hide that part of it. Who was I talking about the other day that they said that top part wasn't lit up? Now you can see. It actually is. All right, guys, I got a few more minutes. I'm gonna get the hell out of here and go get us a shake or something. Tonight is a national night out with the police. I stopped over there, stopped by it. And of course, who did I see playing the guitar? See it? Oh, damn, I think I have it on this phone. I don't know if I can show you guys. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Back. So, Mr. Shirt Guy, I caught him out here. Let's see. He was out here recruiting. Then he saw me coming. Oh, damn. Hold on. Not a good video of that. But let me show you who I did see playing the guitar. What's going on, brother? Came back. How you doing, man? You doing all right? Yeah? Of course. Got to do it. A little bit here and there.
You saw what was happening on Sunset like 2 days ago?
What happened?
Like there's a bunch of Scientologists there, like, and there's a singer there with a guitar and shit.
Where on Sunset?
On Sunset, the Scientology.
Oh, up at the Blue Building?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do those functions every now and then.
Yeah, I called it a function.
Yeah, they do.
Were you there?
Nah, I didn't even.
You didn't know?
I didn't know about it.
It's like in every week occurrence.
A semi-regular occurrence. How you been? You been all right?
I've been good. How are you?
Been good. You
You're
wheel?
alive?
Yeah, I'm on live right now. You guys did any wheelies tonight?
No. Let's go all the way back.
Oh, I got you.
You gotta pop it up.
He lives over by the Blue Building. Look at this. It's Officer White. I've been talking to I had a nice conversation with a white not long ago. Probably like 2 months ago, I was walking down the street. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I saw him walking down the street. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing walking down the street? I'm like, you're not on foot patrol, are you? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you're on foot patrol? So you guys know that I'm cop watching. And one of my beefs have been, you need to have more cops actually walking around rather than jumping out of cars. Because the cops that ride around the cars, they have no idea what's going on out here in the sidewalks. They end up fucking, pulling up on kids, just doing their own thing and targeting them without having any understanding what's going on. I say, if you get out here and walk around, maybe you'll understand that not everybody out here is a criminal. And you know what? Cops that walk around on footbeat actually act a little bit better. Probably because they know if they act like a jerk, they can get their ass whooped. What do you guys think about this place? What do you guys think about it? You guys know about this place?
Yeah, we know.
You know? Scientology?
What do you think about it?
Oh, it's a cult, man. It's a
Okay.
dangerous cult.
Okay, so we're just on the same page.
Yeah, no, this is a dangerous cult. And you know the story of this place, right? Like what they believe in and stuff. And
Oh, that's the thing, because we always seen on TikTok like this with tourists from Denmark.
oh, okay.
We came and we always see people here, they go in and people say don't go in, people don't do this, it's cold.
Yeah, so it is a cult. Is that them right there? Oh, this is kids. So they believe that 78 million years ago, there was, in another galaxy, there was overcrowding of too many people. So Xenu went and froze 1 billion people like popsicles, brought them to Earth, and dropped them in a volcano. Like in that picture right there is that volcano. They dropped all those people in a volcano and then dropped a bomb on a volcano. Then the spirits rose up from the aliens. They captured the spirits and brainwashed the spirits and flung them out, and the spirits are attached to all of you and me. And it causes all the bad things that happen in your life. So they want to help you get rid of those spirits. If you give them all your money, they're going to help you get rid of those spirits. Kind of crazy, right? That's not... Because they're worried that people like myself and others are going to warn others about what's going on. See, they have that sign over there on the other side of that bill, all welcome, do you want to see a free movie, right? And so you're a tourist. Everybody loves to see free movies, free stuff. And so they say, yeah, come there and see a free movie, but they're going to start trying to recruit you into that cult. And they're going to try to start getting money out of you. They're going to try to get as much money out of you as possible. So they're not even honest about it. The people that work in there, you've probably seen Shannon on TikTok. She's essentially a slave. She works 110 hours a week. She doesn't get paid any money. She gets a $47 a week allowance. She lives in an old hospital and 4 to 6 people in every room with bunk beds, with other grown people. And she has, disconnected from the outside world, most likely disconnected from her family, doesn't have access to the internet, no TVs, no cell phone, no nothing. It's just back and forth. And she's trying to recruit other people into the cult by making it seem like they're going to help you, that they're going to create some sort of self-help. I don't think somebody that works 110 hours a week and doesn't get paid can really offer you much help in fixing your life.
I was completely part of this.
He joined it at some point, and he's locked into it. Some people are true believers of this stuff. Not all people are like Shannon in the sense that you have public Scientologists, and then you have what they call Sea Org members. Those are the paramilitary members, right? He's not one of them. He's a public one, but he's giving a lot of his money, a huge chunk of his money, to them. And it's hard for him to leave because they have all his secrets. They have a thing called auditing where they hook you up to it's kind of like a cheap lie detector test. And they ask you all your questions. So if you guys were in it, he'd ask you about each other, ask you what do you think about your family, what's the worst thing you've ever done, the darkest stuff. They're getting those questions out of you. They have you hooked up to that lie detector test, and they're filming it too.
So what's the purpose? Like, what did you want to do?
If you went in there, here's what I would say. If you go in there, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to try to show you a movie. That makes no sense whatsoever. Once the movie's over, they're going to come over to you and say, here's your book. It's going to be $25, $30, whatever. Do you want to pay cash or credit card? And you'd be like, no. And they're going to try to keep you from leaving. They'll try to have you take what's called a personality test. It's 200 questions where they ask you all types of questions. They're going to use that information. They're going to say, your life is messed up. You're depressed. This is wrong with you.
I want to try it.
You can go and do the personality test online.
Have you ever been in there?
Shannon, she's not gonna let you in here right now because I'm here. If you ever do go in there, I can recommend, don't give them your real name. Don't give them your real information because they will never stop contacting you. You guys could be from Norway. They're gonna contact you. They are going to, even when you change your cell phone numbers and you move, they will find a way. For the rest of their life, they're gonna keep on contacting you on a regular basis. Some people tell me that the only way they can get them to stop is they had to lie and say, when they call for them, they'd be like, no, that person died. And that's the only way they can get them to stop. They, weird stuff.
Yeah. Okay, what about we try to get in there and I record it and we come back out to you.
Here's what I'd say, right? That will never happen now.
Do you think they...
See that camera right there?
No,
And a camera, and they got 3 cameras over there, and there's another camera, and they see you talking to me right now, and they're like, what they'll say is, like they normally say, is that you were sharing negative data, so they're not gonna let you in. So it's like, I kind of messed it up for you, you know? Yeah, a lot of people want to come here, but chances of getting in now are, right now the doors are locked, so you definitely can't get in. If I walked away, yeah, try it.
Are you on TikTok?
Right now I'm on,
Are you a TikToker?
yeah,
Can we get a picture with you?
yeah, sure.
Could you take our picture?
Where are you guys from?
We're from LA.
Okay.
Can we put your hair by so we can get the shirts? Okay. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
So you guys know all about this place, you know.
Oh, I hate this place. I just want to go in and toy with them.
Like I tell everybody else out here, there was a time when I tried to stop everybody from getting in there. Now when I see younger people, I don't stop.
But also the people who go in there, I mean, they're already crazy. Like, let them believe what they want to believe at that point.
And honestly, most people that go in there now, they know what it's about. They know Shannon, they've seen her, and they're just kind of going there to mess with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Which means that's time that they can't spend out here recruiting
No,
people.
which is great.
I don't now, for legal purposes, I don't recommend doing that.
However,
but
it's heavily implied. No, I feel you because it's such a cult. Like,
Yeah, it's a really destructive
I mean,
cult.
it's really sad though because those people truly believe.
Oh,
Like,
Shannon's a true believer. She believes in
That's
this.
what I'm saying. It's honestly sad that they take over. They have these windows that are closed. You can't even see in, and then they take you in. And we're gonna show you this presentation. We're gonna reel you in, and then no, but we can shape your life to be better. It's like
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's a lot of self-help. Now, my thing is, when they're working 110 hours a week and they're not getting paid any money, right? So they're essentially slaves, and they think that they're going to offer you life advice.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I really want to take life advice from somebody who is
don't wanna end up
dedicated.
there, yeah.
Exactly. So,
I mean, if you were truly giving back to the community, I'd say good for you. But
well, that's the thing, right? If there was a homeless person out here, they would not help them out in
They
any
would not
way.
at all.
In fact, their beliefs are that people who have mental disabilities, physical disabilities,
yeah,
should be cast
they're
away.
like inferior. Yeah.
They should be thrown away. They think they consider them subhuman,
Mm-hmm.
and
Which is it's horrible.
yeah, I mean their motto is to make the able more able,
Mm-hmm.
which means get rid of the disabled.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So
those are the people who they should really be focusing on.
whereas there's a church over here, there's a church over there, there's a church over there, there's a synagogue over
Yeah.
here.
And they all focus on helping.
Helping.
Yeah, like
Right.
my church, they host once a week. They give food to like the homeless and things like that.
Right.
Because they're trying to get those people back on their feet, not make the rich richer. And yeah.
Exactly. Whereas, them, they just want to take advantage and get money.
Exactly.
If you don't have anything that you can offer them as far as money,
Yeah.
then they
don't
have no
want it,
use.
yeah.
So that's what makes them different than most other religious organizations.
So messed up.
Yes, it is.
Well, it's very nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Have a good one.
Take care. Yeah, she's in there. If you look I guess you look to the crack. She just sits there at the front desk and she's just looking left and right. It's kind of weird. She'll sit there all day long like that at the front desk.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
But what's the purpose? I don't understand.
It's a cult, man. You know, they think they're saving the world. So she's a true believer. She really believes she's saving the world. On top of it, the story I told you about the popsicle people and from outer space and stuff, she doesn't even know about that. And she's never going to learn about that. You have to work up to that level, and she will never get there. Why? She doesn't have the money, and it's not. So they have different levels, right? You first have to get the clear, then OT1, OT2, OT3, up to OT8. it gets progressively more expensive. So to get to clear might cost you many thousands of dollars. And each level it gets more expensive till it's like $1 million. That's why Tom Cruise and them can get, yeah, to get to the top. So, I mean, kind of crazy.
Is this the only one or the other one over there?
There's one down the street where they have the museum. The L. Ron Hubbard Museum is about 7 blocks down on the left. And then they have their major building, a blue building, on about 1.5 miles away.
And is it open?
I guess technically it is open. That's where they all sleep. That's where Shannon and them, they leave here at 10:30, go over there, go to sleep, come back. They'll be back here at 7 o'clock in the morning. And they do it all over again 7 days a week. It's, like I said, sleeping 4 to 6 people in each room in bunk beds. Yeah. Yeah. But she's got a good job because she's actually out here in the public, right? Most Scientologists, they're at that blue building, they're doing whatever work they're doing, working in the kitchens, working in downstairs.
They don't get paid?
None of them get paid money. They get an allowance of $47 a week. Each week. And they have to buy all their own toiletries and stuff with that $47. So they're essentially, like I said, they're essentially slaves or indentured servants. I know. It's wild stuff.
It is wild.
You know, it's like I said, I think people have a fun time with Shannon these days, and they see TikToks and they think it's funny, but behind it all, it's really devious.
We gotta go out.
All right, brother. Take care. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, and guys, of course, when you do come to Hollywood, you make sure you stop by my tour van right here. These guys are having a hard time. They set up here. They used to not set up here, but since Scientology abandoned the sidewalk, they started setting up here. And of course, they set up over there, right at this corner, on the corner of Hollywood and McCadden. The tour vans right here, these are my guys. They're definitely on our side, on our side. They're extremely helpful. They kind of, when I sneak up, they kind of shield, they kind of block it so Scientologists can't see me coming. Because like when I sneak up, it's kind of hard for me to sneak up from any other direction other than coming across, like walking right along that wall, because there's a dead spot with the cameras. Oh, you guys trying to go in there? You know what it is, right? Yeah. Terrible place, right? How's Gizmo? Gizmo's good. He's doing just fine. Hot. He doesn't like the heat though. Gizmo has never been a dog that enjoyed the heat. He hates it. When I say he hates the heat, hates the heat. Hates it. Anything over 50 degrees, over 80 degrees, he despises it. You know how many times he'd be like, look, come on, let's go outside, let's go for a walk. And then we go outside and he feels the heat. He's like, oh, hell no. He does a U-turn. Or he just immediately like sits down. He's like, nah, I don't want to do this. I won't go live with Gizmo. I'll be honest with you, I don't really, mistake I made was, I got so many ops and stuff. Like there's not much you could do to me that would hurt me. But I guess if you did something to my dog, it would be devastating. So I just don't really want to, you know. He's a boxer. So I've been trying to avoid. I realized it was a mistake by making him so public at one point. When I started seeing flyers being posted on poles about Gizmo, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna stop doing this. I think I'm gonna keep Gizmo off video for a little while. I remember over at La Poubelle, they were posting posters of Gizmo. So as you guys see right now, the Scientologists, like everybody that comes by here, they know what the hell this place is. See, they're talking about right there. Like everybody knows what's going on. They're well aware. They have been highly informed now more than ever. I know people will be like, oh, nobody's been out there protesting. Guys, live streaming isn't like protesting. Especially if you notice, honestly, the Scientology live streaming became about all their people just talking about themselves and all their drama. And, you know, it's not about protesting. again, streaming is something you can use as a tool for protesting. There goes a guy, Mr. Screamer. He just goes up and down the street screaming. But live streaming is a tool that you can use while protesting, but live streaming itself is not protesting. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I first started live streaming, it was sort of accidental in the sense that I used to come out here like I'm doing now, except back then they used to be out in the street. It'd be Sebastian and all of them, and I would film it and then post it. And then one night I was like, man, I'm burning through all my storage on my phone. Let me just go live stream so I don't have to kill the storage. And then kind of took off from there. Then it sort of went viral, and then it was fun. I'll be honest, a lot of fun when we were doing all the live streaming, when there'd be like 20, 30, 40 streamers out here. Yeah, that definitely was fun. But I think just streaming for hours on end, and when there's not a lot going on, and then, you know, walking down the street, streaming elsewhere, it'd be one. It just got annoying. And then there's all that parasocial stuff that goes on, and it's like people making way too much of it. You know how I feel about the 90% of people in chat, not the 10% that are in there right now. Not the 10%. 10% here right now are good people. Will, did you hear that TikTok dance cult in LA was raided by the feds? I never even heard, I'll be honest with you, I never even heard about that TikTok cult until I saw it on the news. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even really know what it is now. I just know that there was a raid and there was a bunch of videos about it. And I didn't know a TikTok dance cult. That's kind of crazy. I don't even know what that is. But I mean, you got plenty of cults nowadays. The 90% are a-holes, Will. I mean, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. TikTok cult was featured in the Netflix special. Netflix specials are the ones that expose a lot of stuff. A lot is exposed. Look, they're going to mess with them. Saw Shannon at the front desk? So yeah, just because you don't see people out here streaming doesn't mean, I'll be honest with you, I feel that right now Scientology is more viral than it's ever been. It's just different. It's not a bunch of people out here on lives and the groups out here. But like, if you're gonna talk about total views for Scientology, it's huge. Basically, every time I post a TikTok, it automatically gets, I want to say hundreds of thousands, but really it gets millions of views. And when I come by here during the daytime, right? Because I come by most days. Like I said, I haven't been by here for a few days. It's just been crazy busy. But when I come, I usually during lunchtime I go walk down the street. So loud. But most days, at lunchtime I walk down the street and get a smoothie, and I walk back over here. And especially in the summertime, and I come walking past here, and there's always a bunch of kids out here just giving them hell. Once again, I don't recommend anybody does these things. I'm just stating a fact as it is. These kids have made it absolutely impossible. So I don't have to be out here, and people don't have to be out here like we used to do, because these kids are here the entire time just completely messing with them. So there's that multiplier effect going on where they're doing the work for us. And like I've always said, man, older people drop the ball on Scientology. These younger kids are putting the ass whooping on them. They are crushing them. Absolutely destroying them. Is it possible to infiltrate these guys and expose them? I mean, I think they've been infiltrated so many times. What's his name? Amir Baller? I thought that was wild, where he went undercover. He essentially joined Scientology for 2 weeks and filmed it. Oh, I was hoping they would piss on it. I was hoping they would just take a leak right there in the doorway. can you come stalk or support? Listen, I recommend everybody, anybody who wants to come out here and, you know, like I said, warn people about what they're getting into. Warn people about this cult. Nah, Amir did a great job on his work with Scientology. Reckless Ben did infiltrate him back in the day. He did. He was probably the original with infiltrating, I believe. An OG. Yeah, warn people, don't touch them. Just don't give them your information. They can go in there. What do you guys think about that? They steal your life, right? You know. See, we got smart people out here. These are some real smart people. They know. Everybody, people are very educated these days about the Church of Scientology. They steal your life. I like the way he puts that. I like the way she put it. Oh, they're in there. They're in there. Shannon is right there at the front desk. Where is Dora? Last time I saw Dora was, I want to say October. She was at the Taste of Soul Festival in Lamert Park, South Central, which is crazy because they were targeting black people. I took offense to that. So I gave them hell for a little while. She ran when she saw me. She ran, but Joe, I ended up having a confrontation with Joe. Joe is the redheaded guy here. Let me show you. Let me show you Joe. Where is Joe at? 1 second.
It's your favorite suppressive person. How's it going, guy? Hey, boys. Hey, look, there's Joe. I know Joe. I met Joe once at the Taste of Soul Festival. How you doing? So, unfortunately, I've been deemed a suppressive person. This is Scientology. It's a cult, and they're trying to use black people to recruit.
So that's Joe. I had found Joe's, what is his name? Joe, is it Joe Ireland or something like that? I had found his, all his social media. There's Joe. I found all his social media. He was on TikTok. He was on Facebook. I think his Facebook is still up. I guess now that I'm saying it won't be up. And I don't know why I didn't download all his stuff. He had his thing on TikTok, his TikTok account. He was a musician, right? He was a singer. And look, man, as far as being a singer, all I'll say is, man, there's a reason why he's in Scientology anymore. That shit wasn't going to work. He wasn't just, he didn't have it, right? But he was doing a thing where he was posting a video on TikTok each day, like 365 days straight, related to music and stuff. And then after 100 days, all of a sudden, it was in 2022, it just stopped, and all his social media stopped. I'm assuming that's when he joined Scientology. And his last couple of videos were talking about kind of heartache, I guess his girlfriend broke up with him or something like that. So it just goes to show you, he was going through a dark place in his life, and the next thing you know, he's in Scientology, which is generally the case with most people, right? Who are they taking advantage of? They're taking advantage of people who are in dark places, broken, stuff like that in their life. Deb says he's the poster boy for Scientology. He is. But yeah, no, Joe gave his life to it, so Joe's kind of stuck now. He goes around doing some recruiting at functions with, like I said, he's with Dora. But, I put him through a few things and he had a hard time. Did Joey pay up? Nah, Joey. It's funny because Joey in court was talking about how he's a very sick. My lawyer called him a straw man for Scientology. He got so offended by that. And then the lawyer's like, he is not a straw man. He is a real person. He is highly successful. He's a highly successful animator and stuff. So highly successful, huh? He's talking about how he was a animator on Lion King and all that. Highly successful. But yet, when we got his financials for him to pay up, shows his only income is from Social Security. There's no like residuals from or anything like that. So how successful of an animator could he have been? So yeah, he's basically just, he has no money coming in other than Social Security. So because of that, we're not getting paid. The last time I saw, or the second to last time I saw him, was down the block, and I'm not gonna lie. He told me, he said, "I will kick your ass." He said that to me. I have it on video. I don't know if I ever posted it. But he told me he would kick my ass. I was like, oh, Joey. Now here's a guy who went to court saying that he needed a restraining order against me because he feared for his life. From me. Feared for his life. I made him fear for his life. And then ever since court, he's been running around just, he went from harassing me. Now I've seen him, I guess, twice in the last 3 months. And he doesn't want that smoke. I did see him down there at Body Energy Club that one time, and he had that black eye. I was roasting him over that. Take care, guys. Yeah, I was roasting him over that. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna get out of here. It's not that he's ducking me. Francois literally has been ducking. They've been trying to serve her because they're gonna force to get her money, and she's been hiding from the service. But there's really no way around it. Francois has assets. She's going to pay up. I did my research on her. She has a house that's with a lot of equity. Let's put it that way. Any tortas on the street? Nah, not seeing many. This is, actually, like I said, for a summer night, this is dead. Hollywood Boulevard has been dead for the last, 6 months. It's been like damn near completely dead out here. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy your night. Shout out to the mods.